Jaylen Brown talking about the criticism from parlays and the people walking up to him in the street. Like, why does he care? He's the most expensive player in the league at that moment. Well, honestly, as an NBA player, you got people coming up to you and criticizing you because of your play, because of their parlays, whatever, and walking up to you on the street. And you're a public figure, so if you do anything physical, you're gonna get sued. If you try to hit them or whatever the case may be, you're gonna get sued, and then it's gonna be on you. When in fact, it's kind of in the line of self defense, maybe a little bit. But I get it. I get it. Like I wouldn't want to be heckled by some random person on the street, especially that I'm a hothead. I get heckled by someone in the street, like saying, "Oh, you're trash. Oh, you suck." And some of them even go to distance. They start threatening their family. They start threatening them. They start saying a whole bunch of other stuff, some racist stuff, or whatever the case may be, just because you
just
didn't hit on a prop in their parlay. Like, dude, I get it. I run a business when it comes to sports gambling. I do parlays every day. But at the end of the day, you have to be smart enough to know exactly what you're picking for your parlays. And if you don't hit, you don't hit. That is the name of the game. This is why people do not become big time millionaires or billionaires or whatever the case may be with sports gambling, because it's just what if. You never know. It always goes 50-50. You never know. I feel like for the people that get super upset and super down because their parlays don't hit or their bets don't hit, like, dude, you have to be real with yourself and reality and know that your bet might not hit, and stop being a little girl about it.
So. Yeah, man, it's also it's gotten to the point as well with the college athletes. I'm sure when you're watching the national championship game and or in the March Madness, they've been having to make PSA ads because people have been harassing these college athletes so much because they didn't hit the parlay correctly. They didn't hit their fantasy football game, whatever it is. It's not that's not fair. It's a game. It is not fair to the player. So, you can't you have to, I think you're on the right point of it. Can you imagine just being the other person on the other end of that? Just like you're walking on the street, you're trying to just go to your car, you had a bad game. The next thing you want to hear is some loser coming up to you telling you that you suck and you're, all these bad names and all these things, and you can't retaliate because that's what they want you to do, because then you go viral and then you're canceled again. So it's a lose-lose for the athletes. I don't really feel like it's fair for them, and it's a shame that we're even having to have conversations about this kind of stuff. It goes back to the sports gambling debate. Some people can't handle it. Some people don't look at it as just a game, and some people take it entirely too serious because it is their lifeline. And some people gamble on things that they shouldn't be gambling on because they don't have the money to do it. And we should really honestly, it sounds like a corny line, but that's what the always betting thing has always been. Don't bet money you don't have. Don't take. If it's your last dollar, it's probably not your smartest idea to go waste that on a bet that if it hits, great, then you're probably back in the same boat because you're probably going to do the same thing again. But if you don't have the money for it, don't do it.
Yeah, and the other thing, just to allude to this, when it comes to it, because it could easily be like, oh, but you're part of you're a professional athlete. That's what it comes with people talking smack to you and whatever. Like, yeah. It does, but you should, if you should appreciate the fact that if it was you and someone would do that to you, you wouldn't want to feel the same way. Because I know people who are watching this that are from Miami. Us in Miami, we're very prideful in defending ourselves. So I know for a fact, 110%, if we're out on the street and we're walking and someone says something to me or one of my boys in the group, saying something disrespectful, we're gonna want to turn around and try them and want to smack them. So it's like you have to put yourself in their shoes and just be like, yo, they're out there doing their job. Sometimes they have bad days, sometimes they have good days, just like us in our jobs or just regular days in the life. So it's like you got to put yourself in their shoes.
I always found that because you're an athlete, you're supposed to be able to get heckled. It's the only profession that you go up to somebody and start heckling them because they thought they had a bad game. You don't go up to, the postman or something like that, and hey, you put in the wrong mailbox or something like that and follow them around or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the only profession where that actually is allowed, and people seem to think that it's okay to do, and it's not.
Well, the other profession is being a server or bartender because a lot of
Yeah,
those people get heckled. Being in the food industry and the customer service food industry, man, that is tough, bro. When you got a family that is very hungry and that food is taking forever to come out, and you're the person that's supposed to bring out that food,
yeah.
man.
That's the one job I never had. Never worked in a
Dude,
restaurant
bro,
like
I
that.
bartended for 2 years, and I was a server for 1 year, so 3 in total. And man, bro, people act
People are just mean.
so different, bro. People act so different when they're hungry, man.
Yeah, I can imagine so.